Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we got another good one for you. We're going to be breaking down and showing you what the actual in-game changes are, for the most part, most of them I should say, that have came from the recent 1.0.12 update here, Crucible of Courage. And so we're going to go through each of the in-game features. As I said, most of them we'll touch on, and again, I'll give some commentary, my opinion on maybe how they visually look. But I really wanted to do a video like this because I like to be able to show what the actual features look like, so that way we're not just, it's nice to read them on paper, but for those that either have not been able to play yet, or maybe just want to see where to go and how they look, and how it may even come off to those. So that is what we're going to do now. As always, before we get started, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell, and if, of course, you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. Okie dokie, artichokes, here we go. Let's dive into it. So, first one we're going to touch on is the males, right? So you may have noticed this already when I clicked on this, right? So the males have now a original sender, so you can see here, right, like COD group, Call of Dragons team, gosh, I have to scroll down a little bit more here, right, system males that you're seeing, which is funny because, excuse me, that's one, is because this is system, but it says system here in the report. I guess, why not? We're not going to nitpick. But then you have the title. You have part of the, what seems to be, they actually have part of the start of the message, or the body, you could say, of the male. At least that's what it seems like to me, but again, it's a small thing. Then we get to new heroes, right? So we're going to touch on this. Legendary and epic heroes have, new legendary, new epic has been added. Now, let's actually check, and I'm curious if it's going to show it here in the arena, in the probabilities. It does. So you see Thea is there, and then we also have Pan, Sick Life, cool. So they're there. That's probably, I just wanted to confirm, right, that was the case. So let's go ahead and take a look at these individuals. So here we go with Thea, right? We got overall PvP support. Probably going to be a flex pick, maybe someone like Indis, but we'll take a look. So let's look at the skills right now for Thea. Primary is Arbiter's Ward. Thea's Legion gains a shield that absorbs a large amount of damage, shield factor 500, goes up to 1,000 for 5 seconds. While also gaining synergy, increasing hero skill damage dealt by 5%, ends when a rage skill is cast. Okay, interesting. So got it. So it seems like it maybe just applies during the rage skill, so it's almost like a boost. That's too. I got good sleep too. I don't know what's going on, but up to 15% for this one. So we got the shield factor goes up to 1,000, and then you basically have your first skill damage bonus damage that you're really getting at up to 15%. So again, not bad. I mean, the shield factor isn't bad. I mean, when you look at this compared to Madeline's shield, right? Hers is 1,200 for the factor, and Thea's is 1,000, but also gets the bonus damage. This actually isn't bad, man. Thea might actually make a good secondary. I could actually see you running Thea as more of a frontline tank, like a secondary for someone else who's infantry based, right? So not necessarily Madeline, but maybe if you're running, Garwood, right? Maybe like Garwood with them, and then maybe you're gonna run like Nika Madeline, but then you'd run maybe like Garwood Thea as an example, and then instead on Garwood you go infantry more, like something like that, right, is what comes to mind. Or you run Thea because she can go PvP, then maybe you run Garwood secondary, right? So again, just some options there, right? But I like the idea that, and don't get me wrong, you can run her however, it's just, to me it seems like if you're gonna utilize shield factor, you have to do it in a way where you're going to be taking more damage, because there's no point if you're a ranged unit and you run Thea as a secondary, but you're not getting hit immediately, right? Or it takes you a while to get hit. You could hit your rage skill with Thea as your secondary, but no one attacks you. So the shield factor is kind of meaningless, right? Now, sure, yeah, maybe the skill damage itself will factor in, but Yeah, I don't know. Just again, let me know what you think about that. To me, that makes sense. Then we got Oracle's Grace, passive skill. When in the field, Thea's Legion's attack is increased by 5% up to 15%, and they take 5% up to 15% less hero skill damage. Yeah. So this to me seems like should be a great addition to an infantry frontline. Honestly, I could actually even see her being ran in a rally too as well, shockingly. So let's see. Thea's Legion's defense is increased by 10% up to 20% when her Legion is composed entirely of flying units. Okay, so it looks like she's getting units, their march speed is increased by 10% up to 20%. Okay, so again, we know she's flying, but you could still run this. I could still see you running Thea in infantry march, even arguably in a rally, just depending. Because, like, you run Guanwin, you see Guanwin running in rallies, right, because of the poison effect that Guanwin does, right? So you're basically outputting a little bit more damage over time. I don't want to say buff, but passive that you get from Guanwin on that, right? That's why you see Guanwin being ran in some rallies. We even saw that on SS1 and some of the level 2 pass rallies. Okay, so... But this is the interesting thing, right? When the Legion's goes down... Oh, I see. So the Legion's defense is increased passively. But if it's all flying units, then the march speed is increased. Yeah, so this to me, again, don't get me wrong, right? Great to see another flying hero come in, but I also think you could run her, like I was saying, infantry. When Thea's Legion gains a shield, their attack is increased by 4% up to 10%, and then up to a maximum of 12%. Oh, I see. I see. When Legions gains a shield, their attack is increased by 4%, up to 10, up to a maximum of 12. Interesting. So I wonder if this scales. I wonder if every time, so if you were to hit, for example, 3, if you were to gain a shield 3 times, or if you gained a shield from your active, and then maybe you ran something like Sacred Shield, right, as one of the artifacts, and then you get a second shield that's put on you. I wonder if that's something that would scale this, or proc this, I should say, as well. But still, this isn't bad. When you gain a shield, you could get a max attack bonus of 30%. I mean, this really, to me, is just screaming. Just a nice infantry line. Don't get me wrong, right? I think this is still good for if you're gonna work Thea into like an Atheist Craig type flying, unit, even though you really only have 3 that you could run. You could argue running Atheists, running Thea Atheists as well. But to me, it almost seems like if you want to run more flying units, you'd run Thea Atheists. Atheist. Why was I thinking wrong, right? And then Craig, right? Because Craig has whatever is flying. I think it's the same. Yeah, right here, right. If Legion is composed of flying units, you gain unit defense. So, oops, hang on. I think we missed the ulti there. Let's talk about that. So ulti is Arbiter's Ward. Okay, so this is essentially an enhancement on the active skill. Thea's Legion gains a shield that absorbs a large amount of damage. Shield under 1,005 while swinging a injury, increasing heal skill to 50%. Ends with okay. Awakening grants a shield to 2 nearby friendly legions, including Thea's Legion. Oh wow! So that's 3, I assume. That absorbs a large amount of damage for 5 seconds. Thea's Legion also gains injury, increasing heal. Okay, so basically, when you awaken, now you're giving a shield to others. This is pretty OP. Because this is way better, I think, than Madeline's, where she gets the shield factor right for herself. Now with Thea, this to me is just screaming even more now, right? Frontline. Thea could actually be maybe the new best, the new best flex pick, right? Or the new best deputy. Or secondary hero that you run, right? And again, don't get me wrong. I think there is value in running this as flying, but I'm really seeing great value in running this right as frontline. So if you're someone who maybe wants to focus and you just want to go like frontline tank absorption, and you want to be that tank player for your team or for your alliance, I mean, man, this is great. Just the possibilities on that is pretty sick. Okay, now let's talk about Pan. Right, another gather in here, so dope, right? So now you got Pan, we got Indus for gather, you have, oh my gosh, why am I going hard here? well, here we go. Sorry. Kella for gather. We have, oh, hang on, I'm getting this wrong, aren't I? Chaksha for gather. And then you also have Ordo, who has a gathering skill, which I think is the third one, right? Now, he doesn't have a gathering tree to point this out, but he does have a gathering skill. So you now technically have 5 heroes that can gather, with 4 of them specifically with gathering trees. But let's take a look at Pan, right? So she's overall gather support, right? So really, remember, now we have 5 units, or 5 heroes that have overall, right? Which really we look at being able to be a nice flex secondary pick, right? So let's look at what we got. Active skill. Attack range very far. Makes sense, just because of the mage look. The look visual. Heals lightly wounded units in a nearby friendly legion with the lowest unit count. Oh, I like that. Healing factor 200, but can go up to 4. And grants the legion onslaught, increasing normal attack damage by 8% for 5 seconds. Wow, this is not bad at all. So she heals the weakest unit and gives them a normal attack damage bonus. Not bad, right? And you can make the argument that if you're running ranged with her as a secondary, maybe you're running mage, then any of the mage legions that have taken, maybe the legions have barely taken any damage, so you're healing the weakest one, but it's still, like they could have 70% troops left. You heal, maybe they have 85% troops now, right? So you're still pretty high health, but now you're basically almost kind of getting like a free bonus damage increase. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Second, right? So increased gather speed. She's wood gather. Okay. 20, not bad. And then we have increases defensive Pan's Legion by 5% while reducing hero skill damage taken. So we got defense bonus of 15, skill damage taken reduction 10%. So a little bit less than what we saw there for, why am I forgetting her name already? Thea, short-term memory loss, kicks in hard. Now we got Pan's Legion has an 8% chance to remove a debuff effect when attacked. This effect can be triggered once every 5 seconds. Probability goes to 20. This actually isn't bad. Not at all. I mean, it'd be cool if maybe it was a chance to remove a debuff effect and for one other legion, right? That could be cool as well. But this is nice. So I don't know how valuable. I mean, we'll have to see how valuable it is, but it's not bad. Foremother's Blessing. So this looks like it's enhancing the heal. So heals lightly when units in a nearby friendly legion. Legion with the lowest healing factor is 400 and grants them onslaught, increasing normal attack damage by 20% while also healing Pan's Legion. Okay, cool. So once the skill's awakened, now it'll heal you and another. Okay, I see more value in that now because you're kind of getting a double heal off this. Again, this to me really seems like you're probably going to run Pan as, maybe a mage, ideally, is what it looks like to be the most. Let's see here. Talent hero. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say anything about magic units, right? So, again, because it's overall. But to me, this really just seems like you're going to run Pan, deputy, secondary on a mage unit, and try and keep them at least nearby. I could actually see Pan becoming a new overall pick just to get more consistent healing, right, out of your mage lines. So this is cool. And again, both of these new heroes are coming out in the arena, so I'm a big fan of that. That, to me, is dopities. Okay, now, let's go ahead and move on. So we got new Gathering Hero Talent Pass, right? We have some improved foundations here, so we're going to take a look now. So if we look at talents, here's the foundation talents. Let's see what we got for Gather. So Earth's Grace is actually the first one. This is sick. When a legion finishes gathering resources, the hero receives XP equal to 0.4% of the number, right? And then you times that by 3, right? So the assumption is maybe that comes out to 1.2, if it does, of the number of resources gathered, up to a maximum of 20,000 XP per day. That's nice that they added that in. Increased march speed, attack, and then you can see they switched the position to this. Increases legion gather speed. It actually used to be here, so it looks like they just maneuvered it around. So, yeah, not bad. And then it looks like the Gathering Tree. So the Gathering Tree, I think, is something else, right? Improved Foundation Talents. And then the Gathering Tree has actually been improved as well. So let's take a look here. Wow. So this is pretty cool. Remember, now this is the kicker. You can double up on talents that have the same name. For those of you who may not know that, right? A little pro tip there. So you can grab Earth's Grace twice here, right? So let's say this is right. This will go to 2%. Then if I take this, I'm at 1.2%. So now you're looking at 3.2% of the number of resources gathered, and you're able to get this pretty early, right? This is 16 points that you'll need. So I think you have to be at level 16 or 17 for this. So pretty early on. That is actually dope. I'm a big fan of that. Wood gather speed, mana gather speed, increases low capacity, or those are pretty standard. Let me see, increases your legion's gather speed by 20, reduces low capacity by 10. Legion low capacity increased by 10%, and all damage taken while gathering. Oh, they actually switched this up a little bit. Interesting. So they switched Joyful Burden, because this one used to be the opposite of this. It was load capacity is increased, but gather speed is decreased. So they did change that a bit. Increases maximum Legion capacity, reduces severely wounded troops in your unit, increases march speed. Yeah, you could argue that. I mean, maybe I would maybe go Legion capacity initially, just so you're getting higher gather rates that much sooner. I don't know how big of a factor. I mean, march speed is not bad. Yeah, I don't know. Logistics, right? So more Legion gather. If your Legion is attacked while gathering, they have 20%. Yeah, I don't know if I'd take that. Increasing low capacity by 5%. They cannot be intercepted. Wow. I wonder if you can take Earth's Grace 3 times, because they told me that I believe this is the case, right? Is that talents of the same name are stackable, right? So let me rephrase what I was saying. I don't know if I said it only twice, but from what we've heard is that talents within are stackable, and you can also grab multiple talents on the same row, right? For the minor talents, you just can't grab the pinnacle talents, right? You can't double up on these, or I should say multiple of these. So if that's the case, now you're looking at 5.2%, right, for Earth's Grace that you could get. For XP. That is not bad, and probably is going to be the go-to. And I actually like this one, Windfall. Receive additional reward items when your Legion depletes a resource point. That to me seems a little bit better. Lay of the Land I actually do think has some value, but you just would have to time this out. To me, it just seems like a lot of work. All right, guys, now we're going to take a look at Breath of the Forest artifact, which is, I think it's almost looks like a face or something. Here we go. Oh, no, sorry. Is this it? Here we go. Breath of the Forest, right? So now you can see here, right, for the cooldown time, even though it says none, right, when we unlock and you get this one has been updated, right? So the cooldown is now an 8-hour flat cooldown for when you can use this, right? And this is the one where it says takes effect while serving as garrison captain. When garrisoning a city or stronghold, your Legion randomly gains one of the following effects, right? Heals once every 2 seconds for 10 seconds, healing factor, grants vigor, increasing HP, or Aria, which removes the debuff. Okay, now we got Crucible of Courage. I don't know if the event is going on now, but we'll check to see. So let's look. Nope, nothing. So no Crucible of Courage, but that will be one of the new events. Alliance markers are now able to be duplicated. Now, I don't think we can do any alliance markers, but I'm just going to join the random alliance, right, just so we can take a look. So let's see here on markers, right? Let's go out and let's see how they have this set up, right? So let's see. I can actually remove all these. Now let me see if I can put a marker down. And let's just do this. I have a marker. Now what can I do? Oh, you know what? It says alliance markers, so I can't because I'd have to be able to place an alliance marker. Okay, so we can't show that. But let's see if there are any alliance markers. There's no alliance markers. So we can't see that, unfortunate. Alliance welcome message, though, that we have should display who it is. Yeah, here you go. So this is it. So Alliance welcome message is now going to include the ally name and the leader's name, right? Welcoming member of HPP, happy player, place alliance you wish to prosperous future under your leader, right? And then you have the leader name. So it's nice. It's a small addition, then we have improved display of Alliance territory when we're zoomed out. So let's see here, right? Does it look a little crisper? I think so. It's coming off a little bolder now. Some of these colors, like the red seems a little bit bolder. Maybe the blue does as well, right? Where to me, it almost seems like what they did is they made the perimeter of the territory a little thicker. Even the purples, actually, this is a lot more clearer too as well. Let's see if we switch it. How does it look? So nothing. Okay. But yeah, again, I would actually say this is a little more clear. I think the purples are more clearer. the reds, even the blues, even this teal color is a little more clearer. Yeah. So, I mean, again, right? I'm sure it's not going to be 100%, amazing, but it is clearer. Then we get to, right now, you can send 5 legions out at once. So this is pretty cool. So let's touch on this. So let's do deploy. And let's take, oh, here we go. Dude, look at this. Multi-preset. This is sick. So I obviously can only have 4 currently. But let's see how we do this. Oh, interesting. So I'd have to select someone that is 3 stars. Okay, here we go. So here's, oh, I see, but I can't do it because maybe I just don't have them leveled up enough yet to run. Can I do it with oh, I can't. Okay, got it. So that means I must have to meet the level 20 minimum then to get the deputy, right? When a commander is promoted to 3 stars, you may select a deputy. So, interesting. So she is 3 stars. Oh, but I bet you it's because I have to unlock. So I probably have to level up and then just to get the unlock. That's probably why I'm unable to do it. But here's an example of how it looks. Ooh, cool. Now I can save. Oh, this is sweet. So what if I do load? No save found. Okay, cool. So let's do it. Save. Oh, sick. Load. What's mode? Okay. And what's interesting. Here we go. Oh, cool. So we got pass mode. Legions in pass mode will not block each other's pass, but will still be blocked by non-friendly legions in intercept mode. Legions in intercept mode will block the path of non-friendly legions and enter battle with them. This will activate War Frenzy and disable City Shield for a period of time. Legions in distance mode will not automatically seek alliance roads, but will march along regular routes. Oh, interesting. So you can actually switch. That's pretty cool. Road will automatically seek the alliance roads as they march when there is an alliance road near the route. Oh, cool. So you can either basically do the road, you can do the road where it'll go, or if you just want to beeline straight for wherever you need to. That's cool. So you can switch, and then max legions, yeah, because that's what I have. Cool. So peacekeeping siege, max. Oh, cool. So you can switch the types. If I want to go more PvP, that's cool. Oh, I like that. You got like some simple stuff here. So if I do PvP, yeah, I can even see everyone's got artifacts. Configure. Ooh, so I could switch. Oh, dope. All right, let's get it. All right, here we go. Bam. So here we go. March. Dude, the sickest. Right now. The sickest. Right? And then, bam, I can move everyone. That's so cool, dude. Ooh, this actually looks a lot cleaner. So if I have everyone selected, oh, dude, look at this. So I can just do an auto select. This is cool. I can do an auto select, and then if I move one, it moves everyone. That's cool. Nice. I can deselect if I just want to move these 2. Bam, do a quick little transition, move these 2. Get it. So the one thing I wish I could do is I wish I could mouse over, though. That's something that I think would be really cool. Now, that's obviously going to be hard to do, but if I could do like a mouse, and I know it's difficult, but if I could go like here, click, and then drag, again, I understand, right, that is probably going to be hard-ish, right? But maybe if you could do like a pinch, and like you pushed it, you pinched, and then you spread out, and maybe it made a circle, and that could be a way to highlight an area. But this is pretty cool. I like the way that this looks. This is dope, like really, really dope. Okay, sweet. Now, what if I click them all, and I go here? Oh, see, that's what they need. You need to do a mass recall. They need a mass recall button. That's the next thing to add in, is there has to be a button here that says mass that recall, right? That lets me, so I don't have to do it individually. But this is cool, man. This is so big. I love this. It looks great. And oh my gosh, this is going to be next level for people that want to get marches out faster. I just love the fact that CoD is really, to me, just pushing the boundary for what a kingdom builder game can do, and I love the quality of life stuff. Okay, next one is Haas, Nico, and Madeline have some skill changes, and I know we read them, but we're just going to take a look to see. So right, we got Haas. Sorry, who did I say? Haas, Nico, and Madeline. All right, so let's go through. I think it's one of these here. Right. Yeah, when Blessblade Shield is broken, Madeline deals physical skill damage to up to 3 surrounding legions. scales with physical attack, right? So skill damage factor here is 300. And then the Awakening is for Piercing Glaze, right? When Blessed Blade shields broken, Madeline deals physical skill damage up to 3 surrounding legions, right? Scales and gains resistance, reducing damage taken by 10% for 4 seconds. So she gains resistance now, right? So some of those changes. Then we got Hosk, who was my other one, right? Nico, Hosk, Madeline. So let's look at Hosk. Hosk now has... Where was his change? Defense reduction... defense bonus, normal attack. No, that's... Oh, I think it was this one. Crit rate, yeah. So after hostile legions receives a buff fight, their normal crit rate, attack crit rate is increased by 6%, and their counter attack crit rate is increased by 6%, up to a maximum of 30. Wow. So crit rate can go to 30, and counter attack crit rate can go to 30 for 6. That is dope. And it's a passive skill, and it's just whenever he receives the buff effect, so it just scales. That's not bad. Let's go Nico. Skill damage factor, defense reduction, engineering, attack bonus, normal attack, and counter attack damage bonus. When casting rage skills, Nico's Legion gains onslaught and repulse, increase normal attack, counter attack damage to 10% for 5 seconds. Up to 20, this effect can be triggered once every 7. Oh, maybe it's this one here. Okay, yeah. So I think it's the additional skill. When Nico's Legion launches a normal attack on a target Legion that already has defense break, they have an 80% chance to deal additional physical skill damage. Damage factor 200, scales with physical. Okay. I'm sure one of those should be right. All right, next one is they adjusted control, mobility, attack, and support talents. They improved all talent branches. So this is interesting. So they improved all talent branches. So here, let's see what they did here. Is this pretty standard? So March speed, remember, this is attack. So no, looks like they kept these ones intact here. But they did say they improved all talent branches. So... okay. I mean, again, we're going to have to go through some of them. I'm curious. I'm just want to go through the peacekeeping. I want to see if there's anything I notice. Deals 1% more damage to creatures. Defense. Legion deals 2% more skill damage. Let's see here. Legion takes 10% chance to get a shield. Damage. Okay. Legion 10% chance to get skill damage attacking Darklings. March speed. Oh, it's better if I go right to left, huh? Chance to gain 20. So again, when you're Legion, 10% chance to inflict. Agility. Extra tactics manuals. 1% less. Legion. Okay, nothing that I'm really noticing too much. I bet you there is. I'm just not recalling it. The Gather trait I'm a little bit more familiar with as far as having more things memorized. But I'm going to take your guys' word for it. Then we have some talent attributes were reduced. I wish they gave us specifics. I'm just not sure which one. I mean, the Gather one, it felt like there might have been on 1 or 2. I think if I mentioned that, but it'd be nice. I wish I had it. Yeah, I wish I'd looked at everything before. I mean, that'd be a lot of work because you have to write it all down and then you'd have to look at the compare. I wish they just told us what the comparisons were. Then we have increased physical, magic attack, defense, and HP for T5 units. This is something we can check. So now let's go in and we're going to look at, let me see here. So I have to first pull this up and then I'm going to show it to you guys. So let's do this. Oops, here we go. So let's pull up our everything spread. And then we're going to go to units here. And let's show this off for you guys. So we'll do LP. Let's do right window. Bam. Nice. So now we're going to go to units. Which I just passed it. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to compare. So we're just going to look at, so these are T5 stats. We're just going to look at infantry to compare. Right. So here's the numbers. It's 256, 232, right? These ones. So now I'm going to, let's switch back and take a look. And then we'll also, I'm going to move this over here so I can read this off. So now we're going to look at infantry. Oh, that's spear. Here we go, axe. So we're going to look at infantry. Let's take a look at what the new T5 stats look like. So baseline. These are baseline stats, remember. So HP was increased by 13 points, 256 and now 269. Physical attack was increased to 254. which that got a 22-point increase. Physical defense was at 223, now 234. That's 11-point increase. Magic defense was 179. That's a 8-point increase. March speed the same, didn't change. Engineering did not change. Load capacity did not change, and power didn't change. Right. So again, decent increase there, which I'm assuming everyone got a nice little baseline increase. So okay, cool. Next one we have here is going to be Behemoth levels can now be displayed on the strategic map. So I wonder if that's the map that is in the... where am I looking for this? I have to remember how to find this one. Oh, no, sorry. Let's go season. I think we can find this from Augur. So let's go Augur. We'll do status. And let's see, are they showing levels? Is this right? Are displayed on strategic map. So this is levels. But how do I know like what the main difference is here? Level 1. Level 1. Okay, so maybe Giant will increase levels. Okay, level 2 Behemoth. Interesting. Level 3 Behemoth. Level 4. Oh, well, we'll go up to 8. Is that what we're going to see? Level 5. Okay, well, cool. Level 6. Level 7. And then level 8. Okay, cool. So, I mean, something small. Nothing too big. Then we got VIP. So let's look at VIP levels. So VIP levels, right, we'll start with 9. And VIP 9 should now be having a CPU recovery speed. So you got the 10% there. That's nice. I wonder if that maxes out at anything. Let's see. No, so it stays 10. Doesn't scale anymore. Okay. Now we get, right, you could see from level 14 and VIP 14 on the gifts, right? Now you have that option for 2 tokens that you can select per. So that's nice, right? Again, it would be nice if it was a little earlier, but I'll take it. Even if it was just a few levels. Then we have level 14 and 15 gifts have swapped. Right, so you can see here, right, but you get the 2 gold keys, so that's nice. What do we have? 115, 30. Yeah, so you can see here at max level, wow, it's actually a big change when you think about the amount you're getting. Well, I mean, it's one of each, technically. So, yeah, it is a bit different there. Then you got daily gift at 10 and 11 has now swapped. So if you look at 9, you got 1 gold key. They removed the coppers and added another. So now you get 2 gold keys at level 10, making that, I think, a little bit more worth it. And 11, you're getting 2 gold keys, right? So basically 2 gold keys from 10. So that's not bad. And then you have, then we have low RSS tiles. This is the next one. Low RSS tiles will be removed more quickly. Let's see if maybe we can find a low RSS tile that someone was gathering, just to pique my interest. Oh man, maybe it won't even say the removal time though. Nothing. It's not telling us anything. Maybe I'd have to find someone that someone was gathering. Let's see if I can go somewhere. There's someone... Can I see who's on a tile? I should be able to. Oh, I probably need to go and find... just to confirm for myself. Let's look here. In... Agoru. Yeah, right? Okay. Let's look right here. So people have to be gathering here. So let's see what we got going on. If they're not, I'd be shocked. Okay. Let's look somewhere else. Excuse me. Whew. Let's look up here. Are there people gathering? Let's just see like up here, right? Do we have people gathering up here? There's got to be some people that are gathering, some cities. Here we go. Cool. So some people are. Let's look here. Okay. Never mind. There's nothing. Oh, maybe there's something on the info. Maybe they added something. Deploy legions, highest research point, 1 gathering. Oh, look at that. 25% gather speed. Okay, so there's nothing on the info screen that gives us any type of indicator on how they'll be removed more quickly. Okay, now let's go back to VIP Store, because for VIP Store, there was something we missed on being able to now, when you go into the store, it looks like you have to choose the Epic Hero token. Ah, cool, look at that. So you actually get to choose who you want there, and you can just swap that out. That's pretty cool. And then tap Prestige icon for more details. So the next one is we can look at Prestige icon for a more detailed explanation. So we're going to Dragon Trail and see just how that looks. Prestige. Beat the... Is this right? The Dragon Trail to gain Prestige. Prestige is used to enact policies and is unlocked when your city reaches level 10. Okay. All right. It's not really telling me how I can do more, but all right. I guess that's it, folks. So yeah, that pretty much shows off all of the new changes that have come from the recent, or sorry, most of the new changes. Let me be specific there, that have come from the latest update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video where we did a walkthrough to show you what some of those look like in the game. Let me know your thoughts, your comments down below. However, with that all being said now, that's going to be it for me. So as always, until next time, I will catch you later.